Seriously? Hey guys, and welcome to this Orc Tactics video with myself, 6+ Stevo. Alright you gits, the time has finally come. Let's take a look at this boy, the Stompa. He comes in at 800 points and his stat line reads as follows: movement 10, toughness 14, 2+ save, 30 wounds, leadership of 6+, and an objective control of 12. So the Stompa has been in a strange place for a long time now. GW just don't seem to have managed to have got him right for a long time. He's been massively overcosted, quite underwhelming in what he can put out, but let's see if they fixed him in 10th edition. I'm going to go as far as to say straight away, I think they're on the right lines. I think he seems far more viable now than he's been for a very long time. And I know at 800 points, that's a big spend. But look, he's a massive Titanic unit, literally. I think you know he's going to be really expensive. But is he worth that 800 points? Well, toughness 14. Really nice. You know, anything under strength 8 is going to be needing 6s to wound, so that's really good. So yeah, it's going to be tough to wound, and then he's got that 2+ save to fall back on, and then even if you do manage to wound him, there are 30 of those wounds to chew through. A leadership of 6+ is really nice, so this guy's not going to be failing many leadership tests at all. Objective control 12 is good, so he's going to be really hard to shift, and he's going to be quite good at taking control of objectives as well, which is a nice bonus. And movement 10, he's fast. He's going to get across the battlefield pretty nippy. Let's take a look at his abilities. Deadly Demise, 2d6. So if this guy explodes, yeah, you don't want to be anywhere near him. He's going to put some serious out. When this guy goes down, he is going to be taking a lot of stuff out with him. That's beautiful. He's got the special rule, War Effigy, which is an aura. While a friendly Orks unit is within 12 inches of this model, each time you take a battle shock test for that unit, add 1 to that test. So nice, fluffy, useful, good stuff. I like that ability. That makes sense. It makes sense that with this big effigy, almost like a religious symbol stomping across the battlefield to the Orks, that they're going to feel quite empowered and brave in the presence of this thing. And why wouldn't you? If you had a Stomper on your side, you're going to feel a bit more confident about your chances, aren't you? So that's really cool. We like that. He's got the special rule, Stomping Forward. Each time this model makes a normal advance or fallback move, it can move over models, excluding Titanic models and terrain features that are 4 inches or less in height, as if they were not there. So he can move over vehicles. The only thing he can't move over is Titanic models. But yeah, certain bits of terrain and Titanic models he can't move over, but pretty much everything else he can just move over it as if it wasn't there. And it's going to be quite easy for him to do with that 10-inch movement, although he does take up a large footprint, so you know it's still going to be hard to place this guy and make sure there's enough floor space for him to finish his move. You know, he's not going to be able to finish his move on top of an enemy vehicle or unit, as hilarious as that would be. So yeah, very nice. If he takes damage and he's down to his last 10 wounds, then during that you subtract 6 from this model's objective control characteristic, and each time this model makes an attack, you subtract 1 from the hit roll. So he is going to become quite less effective once he's down to a third of his wounds. It's going to be hard to bring him there though with that 2+ save and toughness 14. And he has an invulnerable save of 6+, making him even more tough to bring down. Very nice indeed. Let's take a look at his weapon options. He is equipped with 3 big shooters, a death cannon, a scorcher, a super gatler, super rockets, a twin big shooter, and a mega chopper. He has no Wargear options, so those are the weapons he's got. That's what you're stuck with. I don't think you're going to moan though, because some of them weapons are very nice. He has a transport capacity of 22, and then Mega Armor, Jump Pack models take up the space of 2, and he can transport Ghazghkull Thraka, who takes up the space of 18. So yeah, a nice transport for Gazzy there, and transporting 22 is really cool. So I like the idea of filling this guy with like a full unit of 20 boys with a war boss and like a pain boy or a big mech or whatever in there. Yeah, very cool. Tidy. I like that. Let's have a look at these weapons then. So he's got the big shooter. We know all about big shooters. He's got the Scorcher. We know all about that. He's got the twin big shooter. We know about that. It's a better big shooter that has the twin linked ability, although a shorter range, half the range of the normal big shooter. I don't know if I've noticed that on a lot of the other things. Actually, no, I am looking down at the moment at the Gorkanaut and Morkanaut and noticing that the twin big shooters have less range. So yeah, I don't know. Twin big shooters taken a bit of a hit, haven't they? Used to be double the shots. Now it's half the range and just re-rolling wounds. So I don't know. I think I probably just prefer a regular big shooter, to be fair, because that range is what you want. So yeah. But anyway, look, they're just little extras. They're not what we really care about, are we? Let's look at his proper special weapons that he's got. He's got the super rockets, which have 100-inch range. That's amazing. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. They got the blast special rule. They get D6 shots, hitting on 5s, strength 12. Ooh, AP -3, lovely. And a beautiful damage of D6 plus 2. So the minimum damage you're doing is 3, maximum of 8 damage with 1 rocket. And he's getting D6 of those. Yeah, super rockets, we like them. They're a big fan favourite for sure. He's then got the Super Gatler, which has sustained hits 1. Very nice. So that could potentially be adding to those 20 attacks, hitting on 5, strength 7, AP -1, 2 damage. That's a lovely weapon, isn't it? The Super Gatler, that's absolutely beautiful. That's a lot of shots, and getting those sustained hits, getting them exploding ones, extra hits, really, really nice. You could potentially be landing a lot of hits with this thing. 2 damage a pop is really nice. Nice bit of AP. Strength 7's good. It's going to be a really, really good infantry killer. It's going to pose a threat to light vehicles, and even like high strength, high toughness vehicles, just from the volume of shots there, with 2 damage a pop. A few of them are going to get in. That damage is going to start piling up. So yeah, the Super Gatler's a really nice gun. And then we've got the Death Cannon, which is a blast weapon, 72-inch range, 3d6 shots, so very, very nice indeed. You would have a minimum of 3 attacks and a maximum of 18. So yeah, if you're rolling really good, cool, you roll 3 6s and get 18 attacks. Hell yeah. Hitting on 5s, strength 14, AP -3, and D6 damage. Yeah, this guy's packing the Dakar. He really is packing the Dakar. That's some serious firepower there. Now look, yeah, albeit on Ork ballistic skill, so a lot of these shots are going to miss. We're used to that. But I don't think I've ever seen a unit in the index that would benefit more from this fella. 100% you want a mech following this guy around. 100% you want to be getting those +1s on your hit rolls. Buff this guy up every single turn to hitting on 4s with them shots, and yeah, it just don't ever not have a mech boy following your Stompa around, guys. You'd got to, because that's going to make him vastly more effective. Let's look at his melee weapons, because my god, the Mega Chopper is seriously impressive. You get the choice of a strike attack or a sweep attack. With the strike attack, you get 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength, brace yourself, 24. 4. That's magical. So even if he's attacking something at toughness 12, you are wounding that sucker on 2s. He's wounding virtually everything on 2s. And even really, really high toughness things, he's still wounded them on 3s. So yeah, he's having no trouble with that Mega Chopper crushing anything. AP, -5. That is, that just fills me with joy. And damage, a flat damage of 10. Okay, yeah, the 800 points is we're starting to see why this thing costs 800 points now. That's beautiful, isn't it? That is fantastic. There's nothing standing up to that. And 6 of them, he gets 6 of them attacks, doing 10 damage each. That's just devastating. Oh, that's, God. He's got the sweep attack, which has 18 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength 10. You know, if you just think 24's kind of smashing the arse out of it, then you just go down to strength 10. 18 of those strength 10 attacks. AP -2 with a flat 3 damage. So I think most of the time you're probably going to go for the sweep attack. Strength 18 attacks at strength 10, flat 3 damage is going to fuck most things up. But if there's a particularly tough, resilient target, then yeah, you might want to go for the strike attack. But yeah, he's just going to be crushing anything, isn't he? He's going to be just ripping through whatever he touches in combat. Yeah, this guy's good. This guy's really, really, really good. You can put large units in him. You can put Gazzy in him. You can put large units in Bengal. You can put multiple units in him. Keep him safe. It's going to be incredibly hard to kill this guy and bring him down, especially if you keep a mech boy nearby, repairing those wounds, keeping him tanking along. 6+ invuln save, 2+ save, toughness 14, huge amounts of DACA, a ridiculous melee profile. Yeah, look, he's fucking expensive. 800 points is going to be a massive chunk of your army. He's not going to be worth bringing in games of anything less than 2,000 points, I would say. That's me personally. You might want to put him in your 1k list. I think that kind of suck, to be honest. I think you want this guy with stuff swarming around him. You want to save him for those big games, really. You really do. But when you use him, I think he's going to be great fun. Is the point cost fair? Look, I don't really know. I haven't looked massively into other factions and things. I'm sure other factions have some vehicle killing specialists that could possibly make light work of this guy if they really focus in on him. But I think most of the time, anyone's going to have a hard time bringing this fella down. And you're going to have a lot of fun using him, especially when you get him in melee and you tell your opponent that he's hitting them with a strength 24 attack. Yeah, really, really cool. So, guys, that is the Stompa. What do you think? Do you think GW have finally got it right with the points and the stat line of this guy? Is he impressive? How does he compare to other factions' Titanic units? I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments section what you think about this guy. And let me know how you would use him or how you plan on using him. But yeah, that is it for those guys. We've done a lot of the Stompy Dread Mob style units. We're still on vehicles. So where are we going on the next one, guys? Well, let's change things up now. Let's look at some Beast Snagger units. On the next one, we're going to be taking a look at this, the Kill Rig. I'll see you on that one, guys. This is 6+ Stevo, signing out.